Who am I going to challenge? You know, the thing is, who am I going to challenge? Let's do Eagle Ridge. I want to do Eagle Ridge. Eagle Ridge is a fairly new channel. I found him. His name is Chris, and he follows us on Facebook as well. Go check out Eagle Ridge. If you go over there and say, hey, Riley challenged you to the 10 questions, send him over here to this video.
Oh, it's going to be a good day. What's up, guys? Chris from Eagle Ridge Homestead. So, Emily over at the Riley Homestead has challenged me to do the 10 Q&A for homesteaders. And I accept your challenge and will substitute my answers. And stick around to the end to see who I nominate. And Lauren is not, my wife Lauren, is not very keen on being on camera, but she did write down some of her answers for me as well. So, let's get started. Question number 1, what got you into homesteading? Well, we both grew up with our grandparents who were Depression era folks, and so self-sufficiency was key. A lot of gardening, a lot of, for me, some meat animals, things like that. My family, my grandfather's grandfather, something like that, established the very first agricultural co-op with the state of North Carolina in Iredell County. So it's in my blood heavily. I spent a lot of summers in tobacco barns and on a Ford 8N tractor when it was 900 degrees outside. And Lauren's grandfather, his family did a lot of farming and gardening and things like that. So, and now we're at a point in our lives that I'll be 34 this year, Lauren will be 33. And we have worked predominantly retail, and I've worked in a lot of restaurants. I've been restaurant manager, I've been kitchen manager, I've been retail manager, Lauren's been retail manager. And while she is still in the retail field, she's taking a job next week that really is a good one. And I presently have an opportunity that I can do this. And we've dabbled with it before, not really knowing what we were doing. And I've established some communication and relationships with people that some restaurants are interested. Like I said, we're not far from Charlotte, and the next major town is Gastonia, and it's becoming a suburb of Charlotte. A lot of people are commuting back and forth, so there's a lot of restaurants that are very interested in local produce, and it's a market that's not really been cornered. And so yes, some of this is for financial gain. There is a local farmers market, but from what I can tell, there's no other real homestead in our county. And the only competition I have are the older men and women that, you know, have been doing it for 50 years, and they go to the farmers market and the flea market every weekend, and they're just doing it as something to do in their retirement. So that's kind of what we're doing. And we're big into self-sufficiency. Sorry, it turned really cold this morning, so my nose is running. All right, question number 2. What is something you want to add to your homestead in 2020? Well, we were established in 2020, so everything. For me, it's the new workshop. I'm thinking about doing a root cellar as well, a semi-underground root cellar, to save harvested things and do some seed saving, things like that. Let's see, definitely. We've talked about, it's not in her answers. I'll give you her answers first. She wants a specific small shed to hang and dry vegetables, and particularly gourds or beans, things like that. Because she does a lot of crafty stuff, a lot of jewelry making, things like that. So she wants to work with some of that kind of stuff. And I got to get her a workshop built as well. And we've talked about, we would like to have chickens. I've dabbled with the idea of having rabbits. Lauren wants ducks. And we've talked about a pair of goats, just a pair, so that they're happy and content. They've got each other, and that's kind of where we're at with that. you know, when you first have your ideas, you're like, man, I want a pig, I want a cow, I want, you know, and we're like, we can get the mini cow. And no, stop, back off. So yeah, basically we're starting from scratch. And one of the big things with this is, to be totally honest, we're starting from scratch and basically broke. Um, for a couple of months, we've been working on $130 a week. That's it. That's what we have. Now that figure is going to go up, but we're still going to work with $130 a week, and the rest is going to go into the bank because we know we can survive on that. Let's see. Number 3, what's the most difficult lesson we've had to learn on the homestead? We kind of agreed with this in a part. My answer is, it's not all going to get done today. I've been trying to build that garden shed for 3 days. It's not all going to get done today. That's been so hard. And interjecting the new element of social media adds a level of stress, but gives you a stress reliever as well. And we've talked about that in some other videos. That's been the hard one, is realizing I can get what I can get done today, still maintain priorities, and still maintain what I have to do for other people, my other engagements. Lauren's failure is an option. This may not work. We may not make it with this. But we're not going to view it that way. We're going to look at every day as, well, we did this. We managed to do this. Well, this kind of went hinky, but we turned it into this. That's kind of how, I think that's how you have to look at it. We're not terribly religious people, so we don't curve towards that kind of thing. But at the same time, that's how we have to look at it. Almost a daily affirmation at the end of the day that we did it. And that's why my tag has been, it's going to be a good day. It just kind of came out on the first video, and that's what I went with. So, and it's truly been that way. And every day I get to meet new people is fantastic. For Lauren, it's also dispatching animals. We are both very big animal rights advocates. Not through PETA and all the nut jobs, but, you know, adopt, don't shop, adopt senior pets, you know, give your chickens the best life they can have, give your goats the same, treat them as living beings. All right, question number 4. What's your favorite chore on the homestead? Does anybody have a favorite? I mean, really. I do enjoy cleaning. I'm a bit obsessive compulsive on that. I enjoy cleaning and organizing. That was part of why I was an inventory specialist for a while, and part of why I'm a logistics specialist kind of thing. That's me. That's just me. Lauren's answer was sleeping. So, no, the outside is my domain. So anything outdoors, I love it. I absolutely love it. As most of you know, I have some breathing issues, and when the doctor said, well, you can either stop smoking or stop going outside. Okay. On that, Monday is our full quit. No more smoking. All right. Number 5. What is your favorite thing to grow? For me, mountain white half runner green beans. I don't know why. I can grow more of that than anything else. I've checked soil composition. I've moved them around in different parts of the yard. I could plow up, you know, our yard is about an acre. The backyard is probably 3/4 of that. I could plow this whole thing up and make nothing but beans. But I don't want a singular crop on any of that. But yeah, mountain white half runner beans. I love growing them. I enjoy picking them. There'll be a video on that this year, because my techniques are slightly different. Again, it's one of those Depression era old school Southern tricks. I also like doing Cherokee purple tomatoes. They're just fantastic. The taste and the texture is perfect. We did, 3 years ago, I grew Carolina Reaper plants. I had 3 of them. I used 1 pepper out of about 60. And I put that in a big old pot of chili. Way too much. So I wound up selling most of those. And I had some seeds saved. They were in the shop when it burned down. So Lauren's, number 5, gourds and sunflowers. That's what she likes to grow. So that's going to be her. We're going to get some videos from that for her. So that's it. Number 6, what do you love most about the homesteading community? I'm going to take that to mean you guys online. Because like I said, locally, it's non-existent. Um, Lauren's answer is helping each other out. So like me asking you, where did I go wrong? You know, or giving you an idea. And the same for me. Like the amount of support with this community is so amazing. The people that have reached out and messaged me, the people I've talked to, the people, um, that we're back and forth with some ideas. That is fantastic, and I absolutely adore you guys, and I appreciate you subscribing to us and throwing your thoughts and comments at us. It's been an amazing month now, and we're up to, I think as of recording this, we're up to 21 subscribers. So that's amazing. So yeah, that's what I think of it. And as far as collaborations, Riley Homestead, I think Ridge Life is right in between us. And so let's just get together. We'll go up there and crash Tim. We'll crash the ridge and make some kind of video. All right, let's see. Question number 7. What's your favorite meal that you make? For Lauren, it's her mac and cheese and potato soup. As I mentioned earlier, I worked in restaurants for a long time. I held every job except owner. I went from dishwasher, busboy, waiter, prep cook, sous cook, and I've been kitchen manager and head cook in some fairly big restaurants and some fairly small ones. I was a short order cook in high school. I'd get to work at 4:30 in the morning, work as a short order cook until it was time for me to go to school, which was about 2 miles down the road. So I got a lot of experience in it. My favorite meal to make is one that I guess I came up with. It's a tomato sauce base with grilled or just fried or baked chicken breast that you chunk up, some reduced or sauteed green bell pepper and onion and celery, so the Trinity. Throw that in there, throw the chicken in there, chunk up a tomato, garlic salt, black pepper, ground cumin, and a little bit of rubbed sage. Do that and do some pan roasted vegetables in the oven, root vegetables like we talked in the turnip video, carrots, onions. I usually throw celery and Brussels sprouts, things like that. Throw those on a roasting pan with a couple pats of butter, garlic salt, or just garlic or minced garlic. Love it. And for that, I have a Cajun seasoning that I came up with that's totally proprietary, even though I'm not in the industry. All right. Number 8. What is your favorite holiday? Labor Day. Because my birthday's September 5th, so there's always a parade for my birthday. Lauren's is Halloween because she gets candy and candles and spooky stuff. And for a while, we dabbled in the world of paganism, and we've always been interested in theology. Let me back that up. But we dabbled in paganism, so like Dia de Muerta and All Hallows Eve and things like that. Samhain, those were just fantastic. Number 9, is your homestead where you intend to stay permanently, or are you looking to create one elsewhere? This is a good question. I think we're about 2 years away from paying this house and property off. There are some conditions that go with that that I don't really want to reveal on that one because that is personal finance and things like that. But we have had offers in about 5 years to move out to Oregon. And the idea what we had before the shop burned down and before we reevaluated and everything, and we may still do this, was to build a school bus. So take a school bus, convert it into an RV that fit our needs, and do the work camping across the country. So a lot of campgrounds, state parks, things like that will let you come and stay. You can work a week, you can work a month, you can stay 6 months, whatever you want to do. And you can go all the way across the country. There's a huge network of them. And we talked about doing that and moving to Oregon because I have 2 standing job offers, and I believe I have 1 standing for Lauren as well. But that's down the road, and I can't reveal a whole lot about it because it's conditional as well. It depends on a lot of things coming together. So the answer is yes and no. Number 10. Big top 10. What are some homesteading channels you follow? I actually had to write them down. There's been so many. Obviously, the Riley Homestead, who nominated me for this. Heaven Bound Farm. I've been watching some of their stuff. Striving for the Simple Life, Miss Tina. The Cooper Family Homestead. And Ridge Life, Tim out there in Tennessee. Those are probably some of the ones I watch the most. But I've subscribed to a lot. And I'm a lot like Riley Homestead. I like to watch the smaller channels. And we mentioned that in our first or second, third video, that we never found things we were looking for. And then when I started this channel, suddenly we found this community that has been so amazing. And we found a lot of things we were looking for. And we garnered some support. And so I like to follow a lot of the smaller channels. I'm talking less than 1,000 subscribers. But then I do follow some of the bigger ones too. So yeah, I guess that is all the questions, right? 1 through 10. Beautiful. Guys, I hope it's been informative. I hope you're still staying and not quickly hitting unsubscribe. Do me a favor, share this with your friends and family. Share our Facebook page, Eagle Ridge Homestead. You can always reach out to us, throw us a message. Our email is eagleridgehomestead@yahoo.com. Send me something there. Leave a comment. You know, tell us you want me to elaborate on anything. Do you want to see certain videos? We're pretty much open to doing anything and talking about anything. That's the way we are. We're very, very open people. And if we don't know about it, we'll do the research on it. As far as nomination, I'm going to have to tag them too. I stumbled across J&A Hopeful Acres. Okay. Really great little channel. Great startup. They're kind of like us. They're just getting going. Go over there. Let them know they've been nominated to do these 10 questions. They're more than welcome to watch my video and get the questions. It's what I had to do. I had to watch Riley Homestead's video and write down the questions while she was talking. Thank you guys so much. Thank you, Riley Homestead, so much for helping me grow the channel. I want to say thank you too to Giddy Up Gal. I jumped on the Shameless Saturdays plug there earlier today. Thanks to Ridge Life. Thanks to Striving for the Simple Life. I can't remember. It was either Tina or Emily were my very first subscriber. And I believe it was Riley Homestead, but I can't remember because they both went right back to back. So thank you guys so much. Like and subscribe, comment. I'm going to link somewhere on, the little thing boop, for J&A Hopeful Acres. And you guys remember, it's going to be a good day.